Hello everybody, this is the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is dedicated to Inside Mari, Boku wa Mari no Naka, Chapter 75, My Memory. And we're opening on a train going out to the countryside. Which is odd, because apparently when Mari said, we're going to go read this at my place, she meant my place, like Isao Komori's place.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought that the journal was gonna be left at the apartment.
Apparently he didn't do that.
Didn't she ask him that? Shouldn't she ask him, "Can you just leave your journal?" But no, he.
Apparently he didn't.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a translation error because.
Maybe.
It just kind of felt weird that she's asked that, and then she goes, and then she actually does go into his apartment, and then, then we just switch to going to his actual home. It was just like, what? It's weird.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it took a whole month for this to resolve. Anyway, it's like
What do you mean, like the fact that there's a miscommunication between them or something?
Yeah, or maybe she didn't know what happened, or I don't know.
I just think the month is completely. Well, the month obviously now is just to give him time. I mean, a week is better. A month is way too long. It's just flat out. It's just too long. But
it does kind of serve its purpose in this case. When they actually see Isao again,
that he's kind of readjusted to his new life. But anyway, we'll get to that. So there's a lot of panels of them just sitting on the train, just thinking to themselves, I guess, not talking. A lot of parallels. Specifically a lot of emphasis on their mouths.
Really? I didn't. Oh yeah, I see what you mean right there.
Yeah.
A lot of close-ups kind of going there.
Yeah, don't particularly know why they're doing that, but then we go to this. We get a double page spread of the countryside.
Yeah.
Really cool countryside. I actually like this type of atmosphere. I can actually feel it.
Yeah.
He must give. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder how long it took for him to make this type of thing.
I don't know, but you're right. It does do some nice scene setting on there. And then they actually get off the train, and I guess, and Isao meets them, long time no see. They both kind of say it to each other. And Isao's like, I feel like I said, thank you for coming all the way out here. It's like, right now I'm just helping my dad, but maybe I belong here after all. And Warren's like, you have the journal? Yeah.
Don't care.
She's all business.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I do. Why do you want to see it? It's kind of embarrassing, and she's like, okay, as long as you let me see it. And then Yori's just staying silent.
Yeah.
And then you'll notice that as they're walking home, Mari goes a different direction because she thought she knew the way, but it turns out that that's why Isao actually has to correct her, saying no, it's this way.
Huh.
And so Yori notices that, so something's wrong.
Huh. I don't think I didn't pick up on that the first time. You're right.
Yeah.
I picked up
Mari's. Yeah.
I picked up more on the last line of this, but.
Yeah. Mari then she looks at the house, and then you could see that Mari doesn't recognize the house because look at her face.
Yeah.
Then Yori looks at her, and she's like, it goes back to her face saying she doesn't recognize. It's clear that she doesn't recognize the house. And then he opens up the door, and then she's like, "I'm home," and that's where his mom is, Isao's mom is like, "Hey, look, what a beautiful girl!" Oh, and the young lady with the glasses too. Oh, that's so mean. Oh, and then the young lady with the glasses. Oh, what a beautiful girl. Oh, and the young lady with the glasses too.
To be fair, it looks like she's kind of standing behind Mari, so she's probably not.
It's just really funny. It's just really funny.
It does come off that way. Oh hey, you're pretty too. You're nice. Anyway, it's thanks for coming such a long way. Come on in. And then here's the line that I picked up on. You're completely different from. Nice to meet you. You're completely different from the mother I know.
Yeah.
Who's saying it? Is that Mari or is that the mom?
That's Mari.
Okay. After she says you're completely different.
Yeah.
All right. But is that? It's like she says it, but I don't realize wait, what did I just say?
Oh, the A part.
Yeah.
I think the mom is the one that says the A.
Okay. That's what kind of wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's.
I thought you meant that the mom said that you're different from the mother. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make any sense.
No. But and then Yori's picking up on that too. Yori is kind of see it. Does he even speak in this chapter?
No.
Not at all. She's just kind of sitting back and observing. She's seeing all this.
Well, yeah, because she's observing all the weird quirks that she's noticing. Mari doesn't seem to know what's going on. I mean, okay, look, if we don't, there's so much everything just saying that Mari's personality, Mari, the Isao is just a personality in her head. She doesn't actually know. And I said this, right? I said this so many times in the previous reviews. I said if she's gonna go back home, she's gonna go back to Isao's home, and she won't recognize anything because she wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
So.
And it just kind of it's readers like ourselves, I kind of realized this long ago, I kind of get to the fact that we kind of need to like they kind of need to push the confirmation on there for the characters, and this is where Yori's kind of coming in on. Like,
Yeah.
she's remembering Giselle's saying like, I guess that was all a lie. It's like I was not really like more than one Komori, all that stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like,
Well, this is. I mean, let's face it. This is not a supernatural manga. I think we had that clear. That's,
yeah, we
this is
we
the only
we crossed and we've confirmed that a long time ago there. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but there are the small things that people would notice, like, for example, Mari going the wrong way, she doesn't know where she's actually going, and then her recognizing, not she doesn't recognize the house, and then she doesn't recognize the mom. So, yeah, and then Yori notices all of that. And yeah, we talked about the 1 month thing, it's like, okay, maybe that's time for him to readjust to normal.
Yeah.
I just thought that, if we're gonna do that, yeah, we get some how do you say this? Some type of
Catharsis?
payoff. There you go, payoff.
Okay.
We get a payoff for the time skip, but I feel like before we got here, we should have kind of wrapped things up with the mom and first, because again, her being gone, saying I'll be gone for a few days or I'll be gone for a while.
All she said was I'm going out. That's all she said.
Okay, yeah, I'm going out, and not her being home for a month. I get that the dad's kind of like whatever, but I feel bad for the brother, and I feel like that's something that kind of needs to at least be acknowledged, or at least have a line that says, mom hasn't come back for a long time. Why is that? Or something, you know. The fact that we feel like I feel like the fact that we completely ignored it and just went straight to this, even though this is very important, just having that subplot kind of hanging in the air a bit is just kind of like I don't know. I still don't like that.
Yeah.
So when I first read this, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel it was kind of short.
Yeah.
Reading it again, it does feel longer because I'm noticing that all the scenes have some type of purpose.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I can't help but just still think to myself, it does feel. And I think one of the reasons why is because it's a bi-weekly chapter. It comes off every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so it's just sort of like.
I've had instances like that before. Like there's like a webcomic like a friend of mine, and to a lesser extent myself followed, but it was like a new page every month. Like 1 page a month. Like, okay, that's not enough. And that's kind of what we're getting right here, though. Even though we get a lot more content for our trouble, though. In this case,
It's just because a lot of the content is so
scenery.
subtle.
Yeah.
It's scenery, exactly. It's so subtle, and it's so important. It's just some of it arguably is not very necessary, like the whole the train ride thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that really necessary? You know, what does it tell us that it doesn't tell us that the other scenes don't tell us? You know,
Yeah.
because we get it. They're not talking. They're still contemplating. It's uneasy. It wants to give you an uneasy feeling, but you get that. You can still get that feeling from just them walking out of the station. You still get that. So arguably you can chop down some, like maybe 3 or 4 pages. It's not almost to the point. It's not really padding, but it's sort of like you don't really need it that much. So I don't. It's just so tricky because I'm not gonna lie. I still there is the feeling that you feel like you want a little more. Like there's a difference between wanting more because oh my gosh it's so good I want more type of thing, or versus I feel like I should have gotten a little more this week. That type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it does kind of prove a little bit better on a reread than when you mentioned on there. Like I said, I didn't pick up on a couple things like Mari walking off in the wrong, like Mari pulling a Zoro and walking off in the wrong direction.
Oh yeah. At that point, you just be like, what the frick? I mean, but the whole point is it goes back to my original prediction, which I was right, that she goes back to Sal's place and doesn't recognize anything. And did I even mention that she wouldn't recognize the mom? I'm not sure about that. Maybe she would. I think I did say that one time, like she wouldn't recognize the mom.
I don't remember if you said it specifically, but it kind of went along with everything else.
Yeah. So I think I remember that because I remember him talking about the mom, and I think I remember saying. I don't know if I said to you. I think I remember saying to someone that I don't think she'll recognize the mom, because I talk about this with a lot of people. I was pretty much dead on about it. So the journal. I'm assuming I still don't particularly know why the journal's important. Because he says it's not really interesting but embarrassing. So what information would he write down there that would be normal to him, but would be like, holy shit, this is the reason why she became the way she is, type of thing. I don't know. I can't tell you what the journal might have. Maybe it's not really maybe it's not what the journal has inside it, just the fact that it, just the feeling of it, maybe, or maybe this is because maybe it's the journal that this is how she got all her information. So maybe just having it in front of her makes him remember that, oh, I was actually the one reading. I stole the journal, and I read it like in like 5-10 minutes or something, or for a while, and then I put it back. But I use all the information to create this personality. Maybe that's what's important about it. The fact that maybe what's inside it isn't really interesting. It's just that
Yeah.
she's using all the information on the journal to make her personality.
Yeah, like maybe she wants to recreate the Asao personality from scratch almost, but maybe doesn't realize it, like consciously.
I think the reason why Mari told Isao to get the journal is because it would recreate, as you said the word. But I like how you said the word recreate, because this is actually, it's like to recreate the feeling that she had when she was originally just Mari, and this would bring back to her moment of creation.
Yeah.
Um, and then this would be like, oh my gosh, I'm not real, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because again, what the hell would, if we're talking about content, what the hell would he have in there that allowed her to become like this? I mean, remember, where did she get information? She got some of it from stalking him.
Yeah.
But I would assume that the bulk of it actually comes from that journal.
Maybe like real Mori snuck in, read the journal at some point.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like she came in, she stole it for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, memorized all of it. I really don't know how long it would have taken her. But she memorized all of it and put it back where she found it. So and then kind of go back to sleep or something, and then that's when she kind of woke up and became the Salmari.
Yeah. And kind of, but like that's, like I said, kind of unsurprising with Mari. Like this is one of those cases like where I think we kind of both found more than we realized the first time around. So it's like just like we always say, like very little happens, but there's still plenty that does happen.
Yeah, but I still want a little more. Just maybe 2 more pages. I mean, just 2 more. Like take out the pages of them on the train and give me 2 more pages of something else. I'm just it's not. I just kind of feel like I wanted a little more after wait. I mean, if this was a chapter per week, and I understand that all this scenery takes a lot of time to make.
Yeah.
But it just kind of feels like, well, first off, he's doing Happiness 2.
Yeah.
So that shows that he can probably do this in a week.
So there's kind of a feeling of that there. Is like there maybe like he's doing too much.
Yeah, he's doing too much. He did this. I mean, that's how he started with Inside Mario. But at the same time, it's sort of like I just when I read this so fast. I think I read this in 20 seconds. That's how long it took me. That's fast. That was faster than the Bleach chapter.
Yeah, it does come up very fast on here. That's true.
Oh, I will say that the fact that I can just scroll past the pages is easier than clicking past the pages. That said, I actually read this chapter way faster than I read the last Bleach chapter. So I think that might have been what put me off for a second. I'm like, oh, that's so short. Mm-hmm. And also telling us that what we kind of predicted was happening. Maybe that too.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Isao, when he says, another thing I want to talk about is when he says, maybe I belong in my hometown after all. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's sort of like a reconciliation of who he? It just feels. It kind of sounds like to me. Like, it feels like he gave. Like it feels like someone gave up or something. It's such a weird feeling.
I don't know. Like is he giving up, or is he just kind of like coming to realize like maybe he didn't go the right way after all? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which way to go. Is he saying that, oh, maybe this is what I want to do, or versus this is what's meant for me and I am not capable. It could go either way depending on how you look at it. It could go the fact that this is actually what he wanted to do, and maybe him going to college was something that maybe he never wanted, and now he's doing what he wants, which is stay home and be just a normal guy. And some people like that. That's fine. Or is he saying that I actually had great ambitions, but I'm not good enough? I mean, because the latter sounds very defeatist, very, very, very giving up. So, and I don't know which one he really means, because if it's the first one, then okay, that's fine, that's his life. But if the second one, I just kind of feel like then he should try to, then I think he should. There's still more he can do, Yeah.
Well, I think it all depends. Like as we maybe see in the next couple of chapters, whether he seems resigned or genuinely happy with where he is.
Yeah. Is it the genuinely happy or is it resigned feeling? Because again, it could be you could have both in this type of situation. Because some people, they stop what they're doing, and they do something else, and they're much happier, and they think, oh, why didn't I do this before?
Yeah.
Or it's resigned in the sense that I can't graduate from college, so I just go home and just live my rest of my life in like the average Joe. But I don't want that. It's really tricky. I actually want to see if maybe they can go into that a little more.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we will or not, but it will be interesting to see if so.
I think he's still important enough that I think he should get some type of closure with him.
Yeah, we definitely need to see like a closure to his story before we go. That's probably part of what this is going to be for too.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, his story is still very much integrated, or intersecting with Mari's story, particularly considering that she thinks she's him. That's a little important. So
just a bit there.
Just a bit. Just a little bit. Not
bitty bit.
Just
little bitty bit there.
The whole I think I'm you just might make them have a little bit of interaction, just a little bit. So anyway. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, Miyori doesn't talk at all. I actually didn't notice that, but I think to me it's like she's like really, it's because she's observational. She's like thinking. I think maybe she like represents the reader.
Like she's paying close attention to everything going on here.
Although to be fair, at this point the reader should realize what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and she's behind Mari the entire time too.
Yeah.
Like actively behind Mari in almost every panel they're together in.
Like she's watching her. Like she's looking at her movements like a scientist watches like an animal in a lab.
Right. So this right here, this girl thinks she's another person. Going all Steve Irwin on it.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's about it for this, Mari. Please, next chapter. I know Oshimi's Shuzo. I know you do a lot of this whole like slow pacing thing, and that's fine. Just please, next chapter. Let's have something more, a little more.
Where's the beef?
Yeah, I know the subtlety is a good thing and all. Just have a little more,
Yeah.
Just take a break from happiness, can you please? I mean, I'm not really psyched about that one, so can we stick with this one?
I have not actually been following now, but I keep meaning to, so of course I have.
And you have made the right choice about that.
All right. I suppose we sounds like we're saying like there's a reason it's a good thing this is not a supernatural manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in any case, that's been our review of Inside Mari, chapter 75, My Memory. Go ahead and take us away.
Bye.